Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about right now is what people are seeing and experiencing in everyday life when it comes to being of the prepared mind. And I get sent pictures, videos, emails, and links. And if there's anything that you want to send me for a video, my email's in the description box below. So this first thing was sent in by a community member, and it reads like this. Those that want to control the world have increasingly used fear mongering to weaken the human resolve. We are told we are contributing to the demise of the polar bears. Freon for air conditioning was creating an ozone hole that would make the planet fry. Driving cars meant that the world would run out of oil and lead to global cooling or global warming. And whatever the latest catastrophe was deemed to be, mankind was at fault. The crisis keeps changing, but those who want to control the world have always had the same goal: depopulate the world. These days, they're being explicit. And a man by the name of Dennis Meadows of the Club of Rome had to say this: we want to have freedom and we want to have high standards. So we're going to have 1 billion people. We are now at 7, so we have to get back down. I hope that this can be slow, relatively slow, and can be done in a way that is relatively equal. So he wants the global population to go from 7 billion down to 1 billion. He wants 6 billion people to disappear. And he also wants it to happen peacefully, as in without violence. Now, I ask you, okay, and you can either put this in the comment section or email me, okay, how might that happen? How might that happen? I want your answers. Now, here's an article that was sent in by a community member, and she also sent in a picture. And I was going to report on this the other day, and it completely slipped my mind, honestly, because you know me, I have mom brain. And it's about the barge that collided with the Pelican Island Bridge in Galveston, Texas. And it happened on Wednesday morning. And the collision resulted in a partial collapse and an oil spill. No injuries were reported, and it's unclear what caused the collision. Um, Fox 26 Houston reported that the Pelican Island Bridge is shut down to traffic after it was struck by a barge on Wednesday morning. The bridge connects Pelican Island to Galveston, and Pelican Island is currently inaccessible by vehicle. Galveston officials say that there were no reports of injuries in the collision that occurred about 10 o'clock in the morning. Video from the scene shows that debris from the bridge, including a section of the railroad tracks, fell onto the barge. Galveston officials say that the collision resulted in an oil spill into the bay, and the U.S. Coast Guard is responding to determine the extent of the spill and initiate the containment and cleanup process. So here's a picture that was sent in by a community member. Oh, okay. And here is something from a community member. It's a recipe. So if you guys want to write this down, she said, this is an old recipe that I used for years. Also, been years since I made it. I'm going on memory. Oh, listen. It's bread machine chili bread. Yum. So 3 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons yeast. She said a can of your favorite canned chili. She said she used Wolf brand with beans, nothing else. Turn on your bread machine. I think it was white bread, and 3 hours later, oh, the setting on the bread machine was put on white bread. Okay. And 3 hours later, delicious chili bread that is a meal by itself. Good God, girl. She said, I did use wheat bread setting a few times, never used any other than wheat or white. You have used the bread machine long enough to tweak this recipe. I don't believe I used water in this recipe. It's been 8 to 10 years or more since I made it. I also used to make the bread without salt because the husband's cardiologist said no salt, none. The bread rose and it tastes good without the salt. Okay, thank you so much. You know, these are the kind of recipes that I absolutely adore, is when they're tried and true. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. Okay, so guys, 3 cups flour, 2 teaspoons yeast, and a can of your favorite chili. Voila, beautiful. Okay, so here is a picture that was sent in by a community member. She said, I was outside mowing my backyard, but I had to get a picture of my flowers again. Oh, they're so pretty. I love it. Thank you. So here are some pictures that were sent to my community member, and I'll read them to you first. It's about the Texas power transmission line from the storm damage. It says transmission lines down in the Houston area. This is 99 and West Road in the Cypress area. Damage reports coming in as wind gusts up 100 miles an hour and winds sustained at 80 miles an hour during the humongous storm. Multiple tornado warnings. Um, Update 610 travel is reportedly shut down. Damage in Prairie View, Texas. Up to 1 million people in Houston are without power. That's that one. And then this one says row of transmission lines down in West Harris County, 99 and West Road between Katy and Cypress. 850,000 plus customers across the Houston area are without power. NWS is investigating if a tornado brought down these lines. All right, guys, I am out of here, okay? I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fear less. Ciao.